Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are going to talk about a psychological superpower. Seriously, it's the ability to build happiness and resilience just by changing how you think.
So, let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like you're just stuck in a pessimism trap? Like you're just wired to expect the worst? Well, what if I told you that pessimism isn't really a personality trait? It's actually a learned skill, and that means it's one you can unlearn.
Okay, so to get to the solution, we first have to really understand the problem. And a pioneering psychologist, a guy named Martin Seligman, he gave it a name. He called it learned helplessness.
See, Seligman noticed this really powerful connection between depression and just feeling powerless. He found that when we face tough situations over and over again, ones we can't control, we start to believe we're helpless. And here's the kicker. We then carry that feeling into new situations, even ones where we do have the power to make a difference.
But this discovery led him to a totally revolutionary insight, which you can see laid out perfectly right here. Seligman basically asked, okay, if we can learn to be helpless, then why can't we learn to be optimistic? It's a brilliant question, right? He figured we could actually train ourselves to build new, much more empowering ways of looking at the world.
So how do we actually do that? How do we make the shift? Well, Seligman wasn't just about theories, he was a practical guy. So back in 1990, he created a really straightforward 5-step tool to do exactly this.
And he called it learned optimism. The idea here is actually pretty profound. It's that optimism isn't something you're just born with. Nope, it's a skill, something you can develop. I love this analogy. Think of it like learning to play the guitar or the piano. With practice, you can get really, really good at it. You can become a virtuoso of positive thinking. And this is the tool, right here, the ABCDE model. It's actually an update on an earlier idea from another psychologist, Albert Ellis. But the whole point is to give you a kind of mental toolkit, something you can use to catch and reframe those negative thoughts right as they happen in real time.
Okay, theory is one thing, but let's see how this plays out in the real world. I'm going to walk you through a super simple example that I bet has happened to almost all of us.
All right, so first up is A, adversity. So picture this. You're driving around a packed parking lot. You finally see a spot. You put on your blinker, you start to turn, and bam, another car just swoops in and snags it. Right? We have all been there. Next is B, belief. And this happens instantly, right? It's that automatic thought that pops into your head. I can't believe how rude and selfish that person is. Just like that, you've decided they did it on purpose to ruin your day. And that leads right to C, the consequence. Because you believe they're a jerk, you feel this rush of anger. Your whole mood just sours. Maybe you lay on the horn or you yell something inside your car. See how that works? The negative belief leads directly to a negative feeling and a negative action. But here is the most important, game-changing step. D, dispute. This is where you consciously take back control. You hit the mental pause button and you challenge that first automatic thought. You ask yourself, wait a minute, is that really the only explanation? Maybe they didn't see me. Maybe they're in a huge hurry for an emergency. Or, maybe it's just a parking spot. I'll find another one. And what happens when you do that? You get to E, energy. By successfully disputing that negative belief, you completely change your emotional state. The anger just dissolves. The frustration is gone. And now you can just calmly find another spot and get on with your day, feeling good, feeling in control. So here's the big takeaway. Learned optimism isn't about ignoring bad things or pretending life is perfect. Not at all. It's about realizing you have incredible power over how you interpret the things that happen to you. You get to be the editor of your own internal monologue. You can challenge the story, you can rewrite it, and that is how you grow. And the coolest part is, with practice, this whole ABCD thing can become second nature. It becomes this powerful, automatic tool that builds your resilience, boosts your confidence, and just generally adds to your happiness. So I'll leave you with a thought. Where can you put your ABs to work today?